We were talking tonight about how you guys haven't had a lot of false starts when they were plagued with that a couple of years ago, and the holding, you're playing aggressive, but there hasn't been a lot of holding penalties. I mean, could you talk about how you've got this team to focus, your guys?
It's just a discipline. I think it's being held accountable, and what we do in practice is going to reflect what we're doing in the game. And so, don't like to talk about the false starts. It's like taboo, but guys are doing a lot better job with that and being focused. And then, holding is just a matter of, or not holding and not getting called for holding, is a matter of having your hands in the right place and being more disciplined that way. So it's been a huge help for us this year so far.
How do you obtain the focus? Do you hold people accountable? Do they do gassers, up and downs? Do you run them around?
Up and downs, up and downs, up and downs, and there's consequences for their actions. So if it's going to affect the team in a negative way, then you got to make them pay for it. So
can you kind of assess the offensive line work at this stage of the season?
Yeah, there's been some good stuff, and there's been some things that we need to work on. I think like the mindset and being able to get after it's been a lot better this year so far. And 4 games, it's been fun and been good, but there's a lot more left to go. And so staying the course and building each rep each day of getting that much better and better. So happy, a little bit more happy this year than I was last, but still a lot of work to do.
What's the main work? What do you want to see them improve on more?
Probably being a little bit more physical, getting more push in the run game, and then being able to eliminate all pressure on the Q. So,
you've had guys who've had a couple of knocks, have had to leave here and there, but how much has continuity and consistency among starters, in particular reps, been a factor this year?
Yeah, it's been big. Last year we played 11 guys, and this year we've gone through at least 7 or 8 guys a game, and so that helps tremendously. And then I think with the tempo that we go and the mixing and matching that we do throughout practice and the team periods allows for that continuity to build as well. Last year guys are still learning Coach and I's go hard, go fast, and the technique and the scheme behind that. And this year I think we have a better grip on it. So everybody's just that much farther ahead. But absolutely, I mean, you play next to the same guy every single snap. That makes a big difference.
What's the ceiling for Tujague Karoma?
Oh my gosh, trying to contain it most of the time, but I think he's a special player, and I think he's got a really bright future. He's got to stay healthy and humble, and I think he could do some pretty good things, some pretty amazing things. I so fired up with the way he's playing and his command as a freshman and making the calls and being where he needs to be at the right time. It's pretty impressive for a true freshman.
What do you think his true height is?
He's all a 6 foot.
Oh, yeah, really?
All a 6 foot,
okay.
at least.
You can stick to that?
At least.
Okay. All right.
You got Riker back and Drayden back. Is this the first week you're going to have your full contingent of guys healthy?
Yeah, it'll be nice to have everybody healthy, coming off some ankle injuries and stuff like that. But I think a healthy offensive line is really good for this team.
Riker's had some enormous health issues with his hips and whatnot. How good is he playing? Is he back to his old form?
Yeah, no, I personally think he's better than he's ever been while at BYU. He's stronger. He had a great offseason, and I think that's contributed. But I think he's playing better football than he's played his whole career here right now. Got rolled up on that ankle, and that kind of slowed him down a little bit. But man, I think I'm excited to see what he does Friday.
Do you like him at guard, tackle, both?
I like him better at tackle, but he's physical enough to play inside, and he's strong enough now to play inside, so he can help me both spots, but focusing mainly at tackle right now.
What are the offensive line clips that get the best responses from the team when you guys go through that stuff?
Anytime we finish a guy and pancake him, or the physical nature style we're playing, that gets a lot of rise out of the guys. And I think I like the mindset of we're going to do whatever it takes within the rules of the game to protect number 4, to protect number 21, to protect 33. And when guys get downfield and clean up piles, stuff like that gets the room pretty excited.
Kyle Johnson went from a walk-on to somebody that's a scholarship guy and a starter. He's kind of a unique story. Can you backtrack to a bit? There was a time when he had to miss. Was it a heart issue? He was in the hospital for something. I'm not sure if it was that. Do you remember when he had to leave? Maybe a couple springs ago, when he had to leave the program for a while for a medical issue?
I'm not aware of any of that. So
okay.
He's been, ever since I've been here, he's been here, and he has not missed.
Maybe he preceded you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it might have been, but he has not missed. I've had to force him to sit. He will not miss. He's my most reliable guy.
And a former walk-on, right?
Yeah, a former walk-on who's done a tremendous job. I mean, I think it just goes and backs up what Coach Mendenhall's all about, is that the will is important, and man, that guy finishes every drill we do, and he's done a great job of establishing himself as a dominant player in our offense.
The guy you succeeded here is now the O-line coach at Utah State, obviously. Does that give you any sort of extra spark or anything to
No.
kind of motivation?
No, I mean, I know I've known Coach for a while before I was here, and have sent him players before, and man, I worry about my room and the guys that we got going there, and I wish him the best of luck.
As a coach, you're never going to be satisfied, right? I mean, so
True, that's what they tell me. Yeah.
Is this team after four? You know, is your unit after 4 games about where you expected them to be, or above that, or below that?
I think we're where we expected to be. You know, it'd be nice if we were, you know, hitting our marks more with rushing the football, but from a pass concept, yeah.